All right, fantasy footballers. Here we are again. We're back. I got nothing after last night. Football's stupid again. We're back on that train. Uh, and this has nothing to do with even fantasy football. Just football's stupid. We got embarrassed last night. Pathetic showing. I got nothing for this team right now. I don't know what they're gonna do. Titans ran the ball at us. Okay. Colts ran the ball at us. Okay. And now the Patriots, they literally said, we're not even going to try to throw the ball. We're not even going to attempt it. Just not even going to even give it an effort, and still right down our throats. I got nothing. I don't know. Football's stupid. I guess I'll start like watching golf or something. Is that something people do? They watch golf. I watch golf. Who's the best golfer? I'll root for that person. Maybe I'll watch soccer. Nah, I'm not gonna watch soccer. I don't know. But football's stupid. Season's over. Is what it is. Yeah. Go from there. I guess, start paying attention to our families or something. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah. Yep, that's that. On a positive note, I'm currently in a position for a bye in 2 leagues, so that's nice. Possibly a playoff spot in Kyle's league, but this league's set. My only chance was I needed Larry to lose this week after me losing, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So all 6 teams that are going to make the playoffs in this league is set. Where you guys all finish, we'll take a look at what's going on, but we know who the playoff teams are. On to our recap. I guess we'll still talk about football, even though football's stupid, and go from there. So JJ gave me the beatdown, 129-94. T. Higgins with a nice game. Tom Brady with a big game. For me, Gibson and Cousins were fine. Didn't really get much past that. Once Derrick Henry went down, my season was basically over. And, my receiving core was trash. And Russell Wilson either performed poorly or was hurt. He was pretty inconsistent for me. So much for letting Russ cook this year. I was 1 pick away from getting Jonathan Taylor in the second round. That might have changed my fortunes, but unfortunately I did not, and that is all she wrote for my season. I will not be holding my trophy and belt in this league. So JJ with the win. Me and him are tied at 6 and 7. Outside, technically we're still in the hunt. Mathematically, we still could make the playoffs, but it's not going to happen. On to Kehoe and Marcel. Marcel with the 129-109 victory over Justin. A lot of questionable decisions in this game. As far as bench points go, Kehoe had the points on his bench. If he starts CeeDee Lamb over Cole Beasley, which doesn't really seem like a questionable decision, I'm assuming Kehoe probably didn't activate him off IR prior to the game on Thursday is probably what happened. But if he starts CeeDee Lamb over Cole Beasley, he's got the winning points right there. If he starts Chargers defense over the Bills defense, he's got the winning points right there. So 2 decisions he could have made that would have won the game for him. And then for Marcel, despite the win, he starts Tyrod Taylor over Taysom Hill, and Tyrod gives him 0. Hill's got 20 on the bench, but fortunately for him, it did not make a difference in the game. And yeah, that's that. So Kehoe and Marcel get a little closer there at 9 and 4 and 8 and 5. We'll be talking about them when we get to playoff teams. This game is a wild one. Ken loses to Tommy McGrath. Tommy, I don't know what I know you watch these recaps, so I got to ask you, why are you starting 2 players on a bye week? Started Kareem Hunt and started Panthers defense. Just because you're out of the playoffs doesn't mean you don't start a full roster. We got to play spoiler to some of these playoff teams. Um, yeah, but despite that, not only does Tommy start two players in a bye, but he still wins. It wins 132-104, and Ken doesn't even have the points on the bench. He's got two nice performers on the bench, in Damian Harris and Elijah Moore with 19 and 17. But even if he starts them over Stevenson and Tyreek Hill, and would you ever start Elijah Moore over Tyreek Hill? He still finishes 132-131. So kind of a wild game there. Big performances from Javonte Williams and Chris Godwin and Dallas Goedert for Tom there. Moving on, we'll get back to Ken in a minute when we get to playoff teams. We got Larry and Rob Jessup, 124-114. This was the game I needed because Larry's the only team that was possibly going to be in that 7-6 range that I could have caught in points. Me and him are pretty close in points. Everybody else has got a pretty solid lead. So I needed Rob to win this game. Unfortunately, he does not. He had the points on the bench. If he starts out Mike Davis over Tim Patrick, he wins the game. But is what it is. Larry gets the win behind Kyler Murray and Elijah Mitchell and Michael Pittman. And Hopkins got a touchdown in there. Colts defense was big. And his kicker had a nice game too. So Larry 124-114 with the victory over Rob. Again, we'll get to Larry soon when we get to playoff teams. First place Rob Wilson takes an L here. Marissa, we've kind of compared the two of them all season because their point totals are so close, and Marissa's all the way at the bottom and Rob's all the way at the top. But Marissa with a little punch to the gut here to Rob with a 133-128 victory. Justin Jefferson obviously had a nice game. The two fumbles from Eckler hurt. And then for Marissa, big games out of Jonathan Taylor, Justin Herbert, Jalen Waddle, Mike Williams had a nice game. So Marissa with the victory there, a little consolation victory. And then finally, Tom Jessup with the 117-107 win over Kyle. Kyle actually had the highest scorer of the week in 39-point George Kittle performance, 9 for 181, 2 touchdowns, but too much to overcome there. Kyle does have the points on the bench to win this game. If he starts Gesicki and Chenault over, let's see, who would it be? James Robinson and A.J. Green, or, any combination there. If he puts Robinson in over Boston Scott, and then starts Chenault and Gesicki over Scott and Green, he's got the winning points there. So is what it is. I mean, Kyle also had Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs playing in that weather last night, and that certainly didn't help anything. So those are the games from this week. Let's take a look at the standings. We'll start at the bottom this time. So Rob is at 2-11. It looks like Rob, you'll be taking that T-shirt from your brother this year for the toilet bowl there. Marissa's at 4-9, and then Tommy McGrath's at 5-8. Kyle's at 5-8. JJ and I are at 6-7 in the 8th and 7th seeds right now. Ken is at 7-6. So technically, JJ and I could catch Ken if he were to lose this week and we were to win. However, Ken has got 108 point lead on me and like 150 point lead on JJ. So we would not only have to win and him lose, but also outscore him by over 100 points, which is very unlikely. So Ken should be locked in as possibly. Well, Ken's locked in as a playoff team. Whether he's a 6 seed or not really depends on Larry and Tom Jessup and Marcel to an extent. He's got to outscore Marcel by over 30 points as well. So Ken's at 6 is the 6 seed right now at 7-6. Larry and Tom and Marcel are at 5, 4, and 3 at 8 and 5. Marcel's currently at 17-01, so he's got a 56 point lead on Tom Jessup. And then Tom has looks like 25 plus 45, that's 60 point lead on Larry. So some battles there to be had. And then Keogh is currently the number 2 seed at 9-4 and gives him the bye week. And then Rob Wilson is the 1 seed at 10-3 and gives him a bye week as well. So Rob is locked into a bye. There's no way he's losing that. Even if he were to lose and everybody else win, only person who could pass him would be Justin. So it would just be the flipping of the 1 and 2 seeds. Now for Justin, if he were to lose and say Marcel wins, he's pretty much locked into the 2 seed as well because he's got a 85 point lead on Marcel in points. So Marcel would have to win, Keogh lose, and outscore him by 85, which is probably not going to happen. So I think we could safely say Rob and Keogh will be getting a bye, and then it's up to Marcel, Tom, Larry, and Ken to figure out where they're going to be and battle it out. So normally the playoffs would be starting this week, but new season, 18 week season, 17 game season. And so now week 14 is the final week of the regular season in fantasy, and we'll start the playoffs the week after. But as far as our league goes, we know who's in it. And, so good luck to everybody. There's a couple people, 2 people that still owe me money. So let's get on that, guys, and get me paid. So this way everybody gets paid at the end of the season and go from there. Again, football's stupid. I'm going to start thinking of new hobbies. I don't know what they're going to be yet. Maybe I'll get a boat. So, I'll get a boat or something. No, I'm not going to get a boat. Yeah. And then finally, we did have nuptials in this league this past Friday night. I'm still recovering. I know a lot of you still are as well. Congratulations, Marcel and Diana, on an awesome wedding. I was quite inebriated, especially afterwards, the after party. And so great time, everybody. Hope everybody else had an awesome time. And football's stupid. We'll go with that.